see. Come on. But it's always fun whenever they update Minecraft and it creates some very interesting things. I think it was when they first launched Realms, even if you had it on peaceful, you would hear the gas noise constantly in the nether, even though there were no gas anywhere. I think that's when that was. So you just kind of got used to it. And then, of course, so you're not exactly watching for them. That wet fart noise they make. Alright, speaking of gas. Oh, I should be doing glass now. Alright, so we'll just do it like this. Probably get it done faster. Not looking behind me, not looking behind me. I don't want to see what's trying to kill me behind me. And... oh, yeah, that's... okay. Yeah, I was going to leave that glass, even though... the idea was to put glass, just where stuff was exposed, but that was just such a small piece that I wasn't all that worried about it. And now we... yeah, we'll just do this anyways. And there we go. Alright. And I'm going to need to do one up. Oops. Whatever. Yeah, like I need this stuff. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I see you popping your head up. You stay over there, buddy. If you want to continue your existence of sounding like a popped balloon, then... don't make me tell you what I did to the phantoms last night. Alright. Oh, he's just flying all through my area. Oh, never mind. Looked like he was closer. Yeah, I'm not exactly a redstone aficionado or anything. That's the wife's territory. She's the redstoner. I just I just call my wife a stoner. But I'm not really much of a builder myself. What you see running with me running around here is probably the most creative I think I've ever gotten. And to be honest with you, I've tried a few things. There was back on back on the 360, I built a steampunk air balloon like flying machine type thing. I mean, it didn't fly, but I mean the design was such. And oh, I need to take this back one. All right, I have a feeling that's going to be a theme. And it looked cool, and it took a lot of quartz and all that, but you know. So I dabble, let's just say, in building. I tend to try to I go for more form over function. Why are we not placing? Can we place? Is there a reason why you're not allowing me to put that there? Oh, there's a button there, isn't there? Yep, there was a button there. That's why I couldn't place it. House or a bigger house. When early on, and the wife used to uh, gently make fun of me for it. Everything I built was just a giant rectangle with a bigger rectangle underneath for a basement. Like that was everything was just some big old rectangular shape. So I've been making a concerted effort to be slightly more creative with my base builds. I don't think like the wife has done like Victorian houses and all that stuff. She does a lot of not a lot, but she's done a few like Japanese pagodas, stuff like that. And I've tried one. I think it turned out okay, but it's still it's still a little rough. I don't really focus too much on it. But then we watch a lot of hermitcraft on YouTube, and you look at those people that build like just crazy houses and castles and things like that, and then you see the videos of the people that make like that went and they built like Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings, or they build like replicas of actual cities, and you're just like, huh, maybe I should put a little bit more effort in. So you almost get build envy. So I've tried, and then of course I have my wife who's way more creative than I am when it comes to that kind of stuff. If you look at her side of the base, she's got that house with all those farms in it, but the outside of the house and that barn, it's I would have just built a giant rectangle or a square. Like I would have tried to mix it up by throwing in a square. But I've always been kind of more like, just function versus form, where, the wife likes to get creative. And by extension, my daughter tries to her hand at the same thing. She mostly plays on the 360 edition on creative because she doesn't want to actually mine anything, even though it's in the name of the game. But but she actually comes up with some better stuff than I do. But the stuff I'm doing here is probably the most effort I've put into actually, trying to do something with some style. Well, I think okay. I Not entirely true. I'm out of glass. We had a realm when they first launched realms, and again it was more function over form. But I built into the side of a mountain and had like almost like a, I don't know what you call them, but like the type of houses you see in like California that are overlooking the ocean, like Tony Stark's house. Uh, before Mandarin blew it up. Uh, that type thing where it's overlooking water or whatever. This just happened to be overlooking, nothing, just a big field, but still was built into the side of a mountain. And I was like, I was kind of proud of that. And then I realized that, you know, I go over to where my wife's building. It's like, oh God, I feel so lame now. I think I'm out of glass. Except for that stuff. Okay, well, looks like we're going to get every. Yeah, I try to mix it up too. The the last world we had, um, I mean, it's not past night; it's still there. But I mean, where I actually did a Japanese pagoda on a floating island. Like I just went out into the middle of the ocean and built an island from scratch and put all of my farms and stuff like inside the actual island with just this big white Japanese style pagoda. Just because, my wife builds them all the time and I was like, let me try one of those. And it turned out okay with a big beacon in the middle. But it was a lot easier because on that world we were like duplicating everything. Because sometimes, we'll play like this one. We're just playing straight survival. You want the stuff, you got to go find the stuff. And then sometimes when we're just feeling like being creative, we'll just build a duplicator and just make a whole bunch of glass or whatever, or concrete, and just kind of like not really being in a creative world because if we accidentally get an achievement, we want it. But and that one was one where we weren't really playing straight survival, and so we had plenty of resources. So we had like all sorts of like sea lanterns everywhere and rods everywhere, and plenty of concrete to make random pagodas. And I had like all of my farms were all in like one big room. But before I flew away to the pagoda, it was another one of those worlds where we took over the village, and I went to I had just started. I built like I wouldn't say it's not so much a castle. It was kind of more like a keep with a big wall around the village. So like the castle was kind of like the main building, and I left. I redid the villager houses, but for the most part just kept them the way they actually. Did we take over? No, we didn't even take over a village on that one. We started that from scratch, where I just went and built a whole bunch of houses, and I had like a oh, what do they call it, like a general store, stuff like that. I can't wait to get a horse in here. It's so much faster. I really need to put slabs in so that these act like stairs. Not the most exciting part of this episode, I suppose. Yeah, see, bedrock. Oh, I gotta eat again. Yeah, because it had been like probably in Minecraft time like a week and a half since I slept. So I popped over because yeah, that's right, because I relocated the portal from underneath up to where it is now because it was actually about 30 blocks down. And so when I tested it out, I heard a phantom. I was like, "Oh, I haven't slept in a while. Let me fight the phantoms." And then I had to fight like 12 of them. But if we go through this way, I don't remember what all the colors mean as far as where they go, but I know what white is, and because those are bone blocks. And if we go back here, you can hear them now. the Skelly Farm. Now, right now, since this hasn't been loaded in a while, there's not that many skeletons, but they'll start dropping. She's got it set up so that, it's one block short of killing them and all that good stuff. And with the hopper there, it feeds into a bunch, like a whole hopper line that goes, and then this drops into the bones go in there, the arrows go in there. I could probably use a few of those. Trust me, she doesn't mind. And then we sort through like all the armors and whatnot. Jeez. She's made some progress. Yeah, everything gets dumped in. Everything except for the arrows and the bones get dumped into here. And then what we usually do is while we're waiting for them to spawn. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's got armor. So he's a little tougher to kill. Well, while we wait for them to spawn, we usually just combine these, and so it doesn't take up as much room. I don't want too many of them to spawn while I'm here. So yeah, it's been a while since we did it, because usually there's a handful of them sitting there. But I'll go over there because it's a good sort. Get a lot of bones for bone meal and whatnot. You mean as far as like the in-game lore stories and whatnot? I've seen a few videos. Trying to remember whose video I watched recently. I think this is the path. Yeah, I think this is the path to the big strip mine. But I've seen a few where it's supposed to be oh god, there was one about it being purgatory or something, and all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, this goes on forever. It took me like 3 days to dig this out. Ooh, and it's on a slime chunk. Oh, did he just despawn, or is he stuck in a door? Oh, there was a slime. I don't care about the bat. But yeah, I'm trying to remember whose video I watched. They had like top 5 Minecraft videos. Actually, surprisingly enough, I watched it like a week ago, and I can't remember any of it except the, oh, hey guys. Come here. Well, you I'm not worried about. You I am. There we go. Now I'm not worried about you, because those don't do damage at that size. Mess up my pretty armor. But yeah, this just goes and goes and goes. This is the halfway point. So, and this goes down to, ooh, more slimes. Come here. This goes down to right near the original spawn. Oh, well, yeah, we're gonna take a different tactic on you guys. There we go. Alright, there we go. Still going. I hear a spider. I was just digging it out. I was like, I didn't really have... Oh. Haha. Yeah. This happens every once in a while. Where you at? Come on, I know you're up there. But yeah, I was in between projects and just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna expand this one. Oh, it's a medium-sized one. All right, come on down. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Thank you. I don't think I've had this much slime spawn down here at once. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I think the wife was working on the village, and I just needed something to do, so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna finish this strip mine, and just, and it was like a Friday night, most of a Saturday, and a good chunk of a Sunday, and was like, yep, gonna. God, I haven't gone out this way in forever. As this is near where our original spawn point was.